Rock and roll. Hello, everyone. Here we are in Ontario, very close to Sault Ste. Marie, and believe the Michigan border in U.S. as well. So um, we are at a stage I wish to update in the team of what we are doing, what this Ascension mission is about essentially. And, you know, we have embarked upon this mission approximately a couple months ago, and a few others are as well in different areas beginning similar type missions. And what it is, it's important that we do this at this time. So what I'll do is I'm looking at my notes. I'll begin there. So first, who are we? Well, with this particular team, there are three of us at the moment. And having said that, anyone that wishes to join the caravan going across Canada in the near future, everyone is welcome at their own expense. So at this time, there are three of us in this Ascension mission caravan. We'll put it that way. And so I'll begin with, most of you know who I am, Rick Jors. I am I am a being of a very high divine order in the least. This is only my third time incarnated here in a human form. And with that, I will say I only come at what you may say the most important times. And nevertheless, my role, what I am playing here now, is I am here to assist others and to empower you, the viewers, and so many more, to empower you to your fullest divine ability at this time. We are in what you call an ascension, and having said that, everyone that is involved in the ascension are being enlightened to further degrees and empowered with many gifts and so forth. So I am Rick Jors, and what I do is I teach and share freely. That is my has been my motto, and I continue to do that. So having said this, I'd like to introduce you to Helen. So introduce you briefly. This is Helen, and she is Ellen of the Light, and she is tagged in this, and she's a beautiful, real angel as well, with just so many gifts, and she is part of the team, and she is traveling with us, and she will be, let's say, interacting with many of you as well in the near future. So I'll let you go, and I'll bring over Sharon. This time, the last time. Hold it. Hey. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is Sharon's arm. Now we're going to give you the whole thing. And there is Sharon. And,
hey, everyone.
And for any of you that don't know, Sharon and I are divine partners in a union at this time, but also Sharon and I are on this mission together with Helen of the Light. So also Sharon has many gifts, yoga instructor. What else, Sharon, if you wish?
Meditation, energy healing with IET, pretty much offering assistance on many levels.
Yeah, indeed. So that's what we do. Everything inclusive. We assist on all levels, and also some healing that Sharon has done in past gatherings with individuals. It's a healing to assist ones, and to also activate to higher degrees and assist with alignments with your chakras or whatever you may require assistance with. Divinity assures that it gets done during the gatherings and the meetings. And having said that, we don't have any schedule with a gathering or an agenda that we follow. What we follow is the divine flow. So we're prepared for anything that comes up with the gatherings and the meetings, and that's what we follow, because that is our uh, divine work that we must do, and where we're being governed and guided by divinity at its fullest, we do not we do not try to control it from a human perspective. We follow the flow. So,
Good. All right. Much love, and thank you for your love and assistance.
thank you both, girls. So, that's the team, and three of us are here together, but it's not all of the team. We have a beautiful cat named Angel traveling with us, and we have a beautiful higher consciousness dog, Tramp, that travels with us. So it's a beautiful team with us. So that is basically who we are. So why we are doing this at this time. Having said that, all gatherings that we are scheduling tentatively across Canada, they are all free to anyone to attend. And we are funded by the Ascension communities, and by the light workers. And I'll get into the funding later on. But what I wish to say, any of these gatherings and meetings, meetups, they are all free. They can be on an individual basis as we go along, or they can also be in groups, which we have. And having said that, our next gathering, a meetup, is Saturday night, uh, Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock. So in less than 24 hours in Sault Ste. Marie. And I put up the address, 311 Patrick Street in Sault Ste. Marie. Now, at this time, there's only a few maybe going. However, if more shows up, we have a small venue there that we just will move or relocate to a larger area if we need to. So just letting you know that. And, if you feel to attend any of these, and everyone is welcome to the degree. Um, everyone is a welcome, and who's supposed to be there will be there for sure. So, why we are doing this? We're doing this to empower as many as possible to the highest degree of their divine power and ability at this time. And again, we are in the Ascension, the most auspicious time ever that you would ever read in any time upon the planet in history or history. So this is unprecedented what's occurring. And as all of you know, we are here for a reason to assure that we create the higher timelines and change reality. Um, so why we are the ones that we come into contact with, what occurs is that there is a transfer of energetic codes and energy when you come into close physical contact, let's say about 6 feet from anyone. Many of you empaths can attest to this. You feel sensations stronger, and you know that there is something energetically going on. Well, it happens on so many levels, and many of you have been well informed on the transfer of codes. We do it in the least when you read someone's message on Facebook, for example. If they're very enlightened and high divinity and in their heart place, you know, they emit a lot of energy. And when you look at that post, you feel that energy. So we emit energy through electronics, phones, and all of this. However, when you are closer together in direct physical contact, there is a lot more that takes place with this. And not only do we empower, you know, on the energetic levels, it's also information. The knowledge is power is very real as well. So in all of these gatherings and meetings, as I mentioned earlier, we allow divinity to, let's say, dictate what the subjects will be, and they go, you know, they range from uh, I won't say the range. It's a wide scale, anyhow. That what gets covered at these gatherings, because so many have so many different gifts, and there are so many different levels that ones are at, where, you know, we can assist. But let's say this is also a co-creational exchange, that we also pick up things from you that empower us more to share with the others. This is a all-inclusive thing. It's not just us coming being like gurus and giving you a bunch of information. No, no, these are very gatherings and open transfers of so much. So having said that, again, it's about the unity and about all. And I'm going to make a statement here that if everyone had everything, all of the clues, you would not be here. So if you look at that, this means that each one has pieces of the puzzle that you put together to complement each other, and we are building this bigger. So everyone plays a role in that. And it is so important, especially at this time, more so than ever. That's why you're seeing it divinely occur. Others embarking upon similar journeys. They're all important, and as as everyone knows, each one is getting more powerful in their divinity every day, and there's always that purveyance with this, because all that are ascending, everything gets shared equally, and you know, you have different levels now, but it all converges to a point. So we continue with that. So what we do, you know, we go have gatherings from place to place, and in turn, after we leave, and you'll have more testimony to this in the futures from the others. And just by all of us getting together, it changes one's, raises their vibration, it raises their energetic values overall, and when we leave, they begin to share with others as well. So there's a ripple effect in it. So what we share with them, they are now equipped with it to purvey and share to others as we leave. And not only that, they're more highly energized in the geographical locations. And very quickly, you could see one of the reasons why that is important for all of you that have a general knowledge about sacred sites and ley lines, and the importance of creating how, because of energetic modules, sacred sites, and so much more. And why we are doing this is to create a stronger network of the existing collective consciousness that in turn creates higher realities by shifting timelines. Now, very simply, you know that you are all co-creators. We know this, and that we can manifest However, we can have more of an effect upon it once you become more empowered and your co-creator status is given to you. So in the unity, the more creators that you have together, um, the stronger outcomes of your divine work. And one of those in creating new timelines and uh, the better things, harmonious futures, and your effects upon change now are so very rapid and very impressive as well. So part of the reason why we are doing this is because the enslavement of humanity, the sickness, the poverty, the pedophilia, the pillage of energy, psychic attacks, the list is very lengthy. What was occurring with universal law being violated by a certain darkness to the fullest degree. And again, that's why we're allowed to be here. We're cleaning it up. The darkness is lost. So, um, so I already covered, how the Ascension caravan, how this mission, how we do things, and we do it in several ways through the energetic physical contact and also through conversing on certain subjects that come up during meetings and gatherings, and of course the transfer of codes. It's much easier when you're in physical um, proximity to transfer codes. A lot of the energy, what you feel when you're on the phone from another, it comes from, it's their overall energy, but also the voice, the vibration has an energy that comes out. But let's just say, for instance, the physical contact, you have, everything in the line of energetics is being exchanged on so many levels, so it's more inclusive with that. And having said that, that's why I've encouraged, perhaps a year or two ago, for as many as possible to get together on your own, all the like-minded join together, and the transfer of knowledge and codes. It enhances and empowers everyone and lifts them to higher degrees of consciousness, but not only the individual, the overall collective, and the planetary vibration is raised even higher, taking us in to, very rapid shifts higher on towards the harmonious and loving futures and sharing and kindness, all of those good things that everyone desires. And the course of doing that, we are, wiping out the old societal imprints, the conditioning, and all of that has kept humanity suppressed. Um, so chakras also can even get activated, during and shortly after the gatherings. And as Sharon mentioned earlier, she assists with certain healing techniques that she has that I would like to go not. It is healing, but it's more so activating. There comes a time here in the near future when no one really needs to be healed because you have that power within your. At some times, you need to be activated with that power and given the knowledge and how to do it yourself. So you don't stay in an endless loop of healing, no, that's not what we're doing. That is stagnation. We're going forward. You're breaking the loops. And to do that, some need assistance with energetically, and some just need a little bit of knowledge. And, there's so many ways that it does occur, but we're out there on the road and just sharing whatever we can with you. So, yeah, and timelines, for everyone that we come into contact with, but not only us, on a daily basis, anyone you come into contact with, you change their future. in their timelines. And, the more of a prominent impact that you make on even a stranger by meeting what you may think is a stranger, the more of an impact you make with a short conversation upon them, it changes everything they do, after that, if you want to look at it on a four, just to give you an inkling of, that it does occur and how powerful it really can be when you have more. So the effect after we leave, and it keeps creating the good change, and that's what we're here doing now. So, the matrix, the old society is imploding, as all of you know. I don't need to get into that. That's a given. You got the concrete confirmations out there in the news, and even on the mainstream media now. It's true. We won in 2012. Now you're seeing more of your fruits of your labor being shown to the unawakened masses as well. So we are building, yes, the new timelines of harmony, and as I mentioned, all of the love and everything else that is good, absent of all the things that we don't need to experience anymore, the lesser things. How long are we doing this mission? Well, as you can see, there's three of us. We have sacrificed ourselves to the degree that we are volunteers to do this mission for however long it takes. Now, I would be very happy to see, and divinely, that we don't have to do this anymore. Perhaps just given that information in a day's time, that would be great. However, we're not given a time, how long that we should do this. All that I am given and the others is that we just keep going forward, whatever it takes. And we know that it is imminent, what our goal is to do for humanity to ascend. And, we're giving it that extra little push. We're not sitting around waiting for it. We're actually out there putting a lot of effort into making it happen. Like, as I mentioned just previously, that so many more are beginning to do this as well. And they know that, and they're following their divine guidance. So, as long as it takes, we are volunteers to this mission. And having said that, the way we're set up is from donations from you, from the Ascension communities, light workers, and through donations. And we even have some sponsors that contribute a bit in various ways, and nice from the sponsors some large contributions to assist with this. As everyone knows, in these lower dimensions, yet for the most part, you do require a little bit of money to move forward on, even in your individual lives. We're at such amazing thresholds here where that is about to all change again. We're right on top of it in the near futures, but no one has given an exact date on that. So again, we're not waiting. We keep going forward and use whatever resources are available to make it happen, because that is also why we're doing this. If we sit around, reality is stalled, creations are stalled. We have the power, you and us, to create that change, but also bring these things like the RV into fruition quicker, the prosperity funds, basic incomes. There's so many good things that we can do to temporarily alleviate ourselves. So we depend upon the donations from you and from the groups and the sponsors. And what we are doing, all we have is our basics covered. We're not. This is not about money for us making money for a livelihood. What we do is that we just have our basics covered with our gas to get to one place to another, and our food and our showers and our laundry. And that's what we do with this. And we are very conservative. And let me say, we are not, even though we're traveling across Canada, we are not camping and going to campsites and laying on the beach. No, we are actually 24/7 divinely working. We are in divine service. We are there for all of you and anyone that wishes to meet. Now, when we're not having gatherings and meetups and meeting with individuals, as you can see, we are doing so many other things behind the scenes as well. You know, there's administration work to a certain degree that needs to be done. We're sharing some highlights of our journeys, you know, some of the beauty sharing with you and documenting, you know, some of it and to the best of, you know, our abilities with doing that. Now, also, um, having said that, there is a very big thing occurring in the lines of sovereignty. That's another subject that'll be coming out. There's just so much happening behind the scenes. But what's occurring, we are also creating this, all of us together. And it's part of how manifestation works to join your forces and to create the good things. But what I can say is that behind the scenes, many good things are transpiring, and I am also busy with that. And let me say right now that there are perhaps, you know, several days of work with setting up things to present to you in the near future when it resonates. There's documents and what have you that we can integrate into these timelines right now, and many good things going on. So, having said that, I have a PayPal link on my About page on Facebook. So Rick Jors, you can go there, and in the About section, it's a PayPal link to contribute if it resonates with you with this mission, and so that is there. I just changed it today because it didn't seem like it was working properly, and put a post out with it. Um, Anyone with larger sums over $100 or so, uh, or if you have any problems with the PayPal, can you please contact Sharon Picola Hartman, which is a member of this team, and or of Ellen of the Light, Angel of the Light, either one of those, and they could assist you with it rather than contacting I, because I'm busy with messages, and you know, we try to split up the workload here with it so that we can be more efficient. So having said that, anything at all, if it doesn't require my attention, could you please uh, contact Sharon or Ellen, please? And that would be great. And they're open for your messages and to assist, you know, in any way uh, that they can as well. Now, what we also ask, you know, our funding has been pretty good, but anyone that it resonates with, you know, please share the donation posts and other. And the reason why we're putting this out a little bit further is because of the Facebook algorithms, what they have out there. You know, uh, we've been, I don't like to use the word promoting, but that's what, you know, we were putting it out, testing fields in different areas, and wasn't getting much acknowledgement at all because it deals with the algorithms that Facebook has out there. So to let that go further, you know, it's not again all about the money, but also by even sharing this video here, it's letting others know to do the same thing, to know that this is happening, to get connected. So many benefits from that. So if you feel inclined or if it resonates, yeah, please share this and any other posts. Having said that, we thank all of you. We have gotten this far. You know, 2/3 across Canada. We began in BC and we got this far to Ontario because of all of you. So much love and much gratitude to all of you with that at this time. And and of course forward. So so we thank you and all of you that maybe feel to assist in the future. I'm just going to go down to the bottom. I see Stacy just joined and Leslie Martin. If you don't mind, one of you girls, could you say if this is still solid or if it's broken? That would be great. Thank you. To make sure this live is. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, so trying to keep this as short as possible. So we thank all of you so much. And again, you know, the energetic, monetary energetic contributions are so important as well. And now I'm not saying what I'm about to say to make you want to donate. How I contemplate is that when anyone gives a little bit of a donation from their heart to this, there is an energetic exchange that occurs, but it's also an energetic attachment to the overall collective. So I just wish to let you know how powerful also that is to become there's also there's another connection because of that occurs that creates the unity in the network. And it's an important connection because what it does, it with all monetary transactions, you know, most of those, for the most part, with the big greedy banks and all this, there is a lesser energy attached with that. And as we break down that energy by bringing in things like the RV and the Prosperity Fund and funds and people actually doing good things with the money temporarily, it changes the vibration of all of the money. So I just wished to touch onto that. Okay, anyone hosting or anyone contemplating hosting gatherings or meetups, you know, for this team and for the future, have no stress with it, please. All you need to do is just you just go with the flow. If it feels right, you just do it. We don't plan anything. We're very simple to accommodate. We are in, you know, a small RV, and we have everything that we need. However, it always assists, you know, that if someone's hosting, that if we can get showers there, do a little bit of laundry, you know, a little bit of Wi-Fi, those things assist us, you know, then we don't need to take money out to go to a laundromat or to pay to have showers. So, you know, the scoop. So, but it doesn't mean that if you're hosting that you need to supply all that, and you don't need to supply food. It's just whatever you feel from your heart. So keep it simple on yourself, please. And the importance is us getting together. It's not about you accommodating us. That's not what this is about. And as I said, it's not a what you would call in the old ways a pleasure trip. It's a pleasure trip of higher energetics, and you don't need all of these comforts. So the importance is you and us just getting together talking. It doesn't matter if you don't have showers or you don't have laundry. That's not what's important. What's important is you and us getting together. So I wish to stress that, stress it in a good way to you all that have no reserves on any of that. It all works out divinely beautiful. I can assure you, all of you, on that, as you know. So, what I will do is wrap this up. I made the new link for the PayPal. I will put that in the comments section here now. And any quick questions? I'm going to put that link in for the PayPal. I'm going to look at any questions that come in. I have a few moments for any questions, so please go ahead right now with those, and if there is any. And I can say it's a beautiful day here. We have the fall coming. I noticed some of the leaves are beginning to change color. And really quickly, you know, we're only in mid-August, and typically, it's not till September the 1st. But also with this, when divinity gets together, it's actually cold, and yes, we do affect the weather, and pure light is actually cold. It is not heat, we'll say. So we affect many things, the skies. I see there was an earthquake in Esterhazy, I believe, Saskatchewan. Well, we were directed to come just north of that area a few weeks ago, and it was interesting, but let me say we were close to that area. I think it was a 4.1 or what have you. Anyways, okay, Benoit has a question. Buliani. So far, how many people are there on average at gatherings? Yeah, thank you, Benoit. So far, a very great question. You know, if I was to grab a number, I would say on average about 10 to 12, because you know what, that's taking in our first gatherings we had in Vancouver where we had 30 or 40, and we had close to 20 in Kimberley. But as of late, and this is an important question too, thank you, Benoit. As of late, we've been just having small gatherings. I believe the last one we had, there were 9 of us in Manitoba, six others besides us, and that went on a period of over 2 days or even 3 days. So on average, you know, I'd say maybe 10, perhaps with that. But what I will say also with this, it's not what's not important is how many people or how many souls attend. As I mentioned before, who's divinely supposed to be there is there, and if it's only one, that's most important. Or if it's 50, you know, that's important. So with this, the numbers um, do not really matter with it at all. For getting together though and having meetups, you know, if it's right along route for a couple or even a single one, yes, if we have the time, it is important that we stop and meet up even with one. And but the reason also having the meetups and the gatherings, you know, to get more in one place at one time, and it's much more efficient like that, getting the groups. But what I will say is that the numbers don't matter. with that, and we see them all, and that's an important question. Thank you, Benoit, and we'll be seeing you in the near futures as well. Oh, I just lost my connection. Oh, you're on the internet? Oh, still going? Okay, it showed here. Okay. So, any other questions? And may go off of here shortly. No. Okay, it's looking great. So, thank you all, and going forward, lots of winks. And on the other side of this, on my page, we got lots of goodies about sovereignty and things coming up as well that are very beneficial for all. And let me just say also, in the last, even last night, a beautiful call from actually two divine brothers with a very good confirmation on how, let's say, how we have won, and how the old legal systems know that we are who we are and what we are. I'll keep it simple with that, but we don't need the confirmations. We know what we are. So great. So yeah, thank you, Benoit. Yes, we will meet. So another kiss, peace, winks, and I love you all, and thank you, and we keep doing this together. So have a beautiful day. Bye now.